Hey guys. Okay, I'm back and this is our final suit. So we're with the wands or the fire or the scrolls in this case. So it's interesting. I started out this journey today. I got this deck. I was really excited about it. And my only intention was to just do an unboxing. And if you've seen any of my other unboxings, they're really not that exciting. And as I started to dig into the deck, I just felt like I really needed to spend some more time with it, separating out the decks or the suits. And as I'm going through, it just seems more and more like more than a walkthrough of this deck. It's more so a lesson on how to read tarot intuitively and yet also still respect the art of tarot as far as symbology and everything goes. So for me, I'm actually a certified tarot reader. I spent a lot of time, I really take a lot of time studying the traditional Rider-Waite system, studying symbology, studying the traditional meanings. And so when I hear people say I read tarot intuitively, in the past it's been a real turnoff for me because I feel like that's disrespecting the actual meaning of the card. And I still feel that way. I feel like more intuitive reading is better suited for Oracle, which I love. I love Oracle. A lot of tarot readers talk a lot of shit on Oracle. I loved Oracle, but I think tarot and Oracle are very different. And that's where I would see those differences. I feel like tarot should be read for what it is, and Oracle should be read intuitively. Now, this deck is kind of throwing me for a loop because it wants to be, it's begging to be read intuitively. So it's actually helping me balance those two worlds because there doesn't need to just be black and white. There can be somewhere in the middle, which is gray, right? So hopefully you guys can find some value in these videos in more than just a walkthrough, more than just a first impressions, but more so as a learning tool to really dig into how we can read tarot intuitively once we've built a foundation of knowledge by studying the tradition of tarot. Okay, so let's get into the wands. Wands are the fire element. So fire meaning action. Okay, fire is what burns things down. It's what recreates things. Fire is the card of action. So Ace of Wands is bringing in new beginnings, as all the aces are, but in the fire element, okay? So here we are, and, you know, this, we can see the sun either setting or rising. To me, it feels more like a sunset, but it's a fire in the sky. It's a fire that's getting ready to burn, okay? Getting into the traditional number 2 of Wands is a man. He's holding the world. He's got the world in his hands. He's holding onto his staff, one in the front and one in the back. And he's looking out over his kingdom. And he's a very powerful man. That's what I can remember off the top of my head. So let's go ahead and look up 2 of Wands. Let's see. Two of Wands, divination. Boldness, courage, and embarking on an enterprise. The employment of scientific methods, influence over another, kindness and generosity, yet a proud and unforgiving nature. Okay, so that's what we know now about this card. Now, let's see what we can feel about the Law of Attraction too. Now, to me, I mean, that's straight up a demon devil behind him, right? The shadow, he's afraid of his own shadow. Do I really think that's the devil? No, I think I think it's his shadow, but he's either afraid of his own power or he's afraid of his past actions that could be coming back to haunt him. So these 2 cards don't really have the same energy, and yet they both have a story to tell. And so that's what I'm finding is so interesting, is that I want to honor the story that's in this artwork, where normally I'm such a stickler to wanting to stick to these traditional meanings. But I think this is going to be the first tarot deck that I'm able to actually read intuitively. Of course, I'm going to carry in all the knowledge of the traditional meanings, but it's just, I'm finding it very interesting. So 3 of Wands. Yeah. I don't know, you guys. This isn't really speaking to me. His back's turned to us. He's looking forward, kind of similar to this guy that was looking out on his kingdom. But this guy seems like he's on more of a journey. Sorry, my dog's in here with his ball. Gus, get out. He's on more of a journey. And here's the Three of Wands with the Law of Attraction deck. We definitely have an older gentleman here. He's sowing seeds. He's got his little bundle here. He's a farmer and he's out. He's planting his field. And as we know that whatever the seeds that we sow, which are our thoughts, that's going to be what we harvest, right? That's what we get. That's our outcome. So be careful of your thoughts, because that's what you're going to be reaping. He looks like he probably has some regrets in his life. He looks like he's probably had a hard life. And he just kind of allows the seeds to kind of flow. But yet he's, you know, looking off in the distance, and he's definitely thinking about everything but what he's doing. So, 4. Here's the traditional. So we've got a celebration here. It's an action, so it could be an event, an actual wedding happened, an actual union. It's a very happy celebratory time. Here's the Four of Wands here, which we don't have the same energy. We don't have a union here per se between like man and wife, but we have a union here of a woman and the sun. And just letting that fire element envelop her, and she's just like living her best life, right? Not a care in the world. So it's still a very happy energy. Okay, now we get into the Five of Wands. I think this card's hilarious. We've got everybody fighting. We've got everybody trying to take the power. They're supposed to be a team. They're supposed to be doing this together, but everybody's kind of like, no, we're going to do it my way. And so meanwhile, nothing gets done. Some conflict here. And here we have the 5 in the Law of Attraction deck, which, again, the energy on this one is very different. We have a windmill, so it's hard to tell if it would be turning or not, but a windmill is creating power, creating energy, creating, it's a creator, right? The power of creation, which fire element is. Let's look and see if we can look up their meaning. Swords. Wands. And what are we on? 5. 5 of Wands. Success. Be prepared to face a struggle. So that's the struggle that we seen in the last card, right? Or make an effort to defend the dream that you have just fulfilled. Ambition, expansion, and abundance. So I don't really, this card doesn't say any of those things to me. To be honest, this card isn't saying much to me, but you guys can leave me your ideas down below in the comments, what you guys think about that card. Okay, next up we have 6. So another victorious card. Maybe coming back from battle, or maybe like some kind of parade honoring you. It's definitely a triumphant energy. And here we have the 6. So this is that kind of same farmer from before. He was planting the seeds, and now he's reaping his rewards, and he's harvesting his crop. So again, success and triumph. Now we're going to get into 7. So we're going to kind of get into some struggle. We're kind of having to work for it again, right? Things can't always go perfectly. We got a little bit of a struggle here. We're working, and here's their 7, and she's working too. And if we look at what they have in common, is they're kind of doing work that they're maybe not passionate about. That's not their soul work. It's not what they were put here on the planet to do, but it pays the bills. 8 of Wands. So we have a lot of energy coming through, a lot of fire energy, right? It's pretty much just what it shows us is just all this fire energy, which what does fire mean? It means action. So something's about to happen. Let's look up the 8 of Wands. Eight of Wands, divinatory meaning great haste, which means fast. Great hope. Too rapid of advancement. So things are coming fast. A lot of fire, a lot of actions coming in. That which is on the move. Hasty or fast communication. Messages, letters of love. So this can mean something's coming in very fast, and it can be a communication card. Here's theirs. It looks yummy. I want to look the batter. I don't really see what this has to do with communication or fire or anything else. I can see that it could do with making something happen, making it. Let's look up their meaning. 8. Gratification. You might have a dream to be fulfilled either with the consensus of your family or your eventual partners. Lots of hope for the future. Bake a cake. I don't know. I guess I don't see that one. 9. Here he is with all of his wands. He's been hurt. He's been damaged. He's untrusting. He's probably thinking that there's a lot of stuff happening behind his back. And he's been hurt before and he's not willing to trust. Trying to avoid problems in the future. And if we look here, there's this person trying to avoid this puddle, trying to avoid catastrophe, you know, stepping over something that they don't want to be dealing with. So, yeah, I would say this Wands suit is the most difficult for me to have a connection with, if that makes sense. Here's the 10 of Wands. So this is a completion, as all 10s are. He's finally got everything together. He's just, you know, it's all gathered up. It's a victory. And here's the 10 on the Law of Attraction. So it's a send-off, but it's a work barge, you know what I mean? Like this is a cargo ship. This isn't like a yacht or a cruise with people on it. This is work. So it's a victory. They probably just all worked their asses off to build all these things that are on this ship that are getting ready to go to America, probably, since we're the consumers of everything. But it's victory card. All of your action, all the work that you've done has been victorious. Okay, now we're going to go Page of Wands. It's kind of a young, arrogant man. Knight of Wands. He seems like a foreigner, like he's out on a journey. And knights definitely are always out on a journey, so I guess that makes sense. He's different. He's all in all white, and they're all in all colors, and he looks a little tan, and they look all white. So, a stranger in a foreign land about to learn something new or experience new things. Queen of Wands. Queen of Action. You know, she's a get shit done kind of gal. Here we have a very successful get shit done kind of gal. Queen of Wands. Likewise with King of Wands. Makes things happen. Here's this guy. It's like, do we know what he does to be so successful? No, but he's the person who makes things happen. Maybe like the Godfather or like a mafioso. You know, we don't really know what he does for work, but yet he makes things happen and he's in control. And if we think about fire, we think about Aries and Leo and Sagittarius. So they're the boss. We don't know why, but they are. All right, guys, that concludes not only the wands, that concludes our tour of the Law of Attraction Tarot. This has been very enlightening for me. I hope that you guys can take something productive from these videos. Leave me any questions or comments that you have below, and we'll see you guys next time.